Ba 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 ba, motherfuckers. Ba 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 ba. Bum bum ba-dum bum, motherfuckers. Da da da. More than you watching the news. Syria airstrikes hype. Hype. No, I'm done with the ineffectual people that we've handed our world over to, man. I'm done with them, man. I'm just waiting for God to sort it out. That's legit what I'm doing. I don't even mean to be edgy. I'm legit just waiting for God to sort it all out. Russia intercepting. Yeah, good Russia intercepting. Like fucking at least they're preserving life. World War III. Like I said, man, let it all come, man. Let it all come. Something's got to happen. You know when in moments in history where things get so bad that somebody has to do something. That's what's going to happen. This is the big event that Trump's talking about. Remember Trump said to unite the Americans we need a big event. This is what it is. Got to get them commies. He said he hopes there won't need to be a big event. But he thinks that a big event is needed to unite America. So this is what it is, man. They try to tell you that what's happening in Syria is so complicated. Like, it's this tangled web overlapping with that web and this web and that web. American public doesn't even know what up or down is now. The airstrikes are distracting from Comey and Cohen mess. Yeah. It's always there to distract something, right? Distract from something. Fucking greatness. 7 people just came on like that, man, to the stream. I might do these more often, more consistently. I want to get this finished before God of War comes out next week. So hopefully this will be finished. And then on Friday you can expect to see God of War. Hopefully. Alright, let's fucking do this. Abyss. The airstrikes. Fucking airstrikes. Fuck, don't fall, dead end. Oh my god, this little shit just fell. Oh, little bell end. Oh my god. Actually, that was fortuitous that fell. Ah, good one. God of War came out 20 minutes ago. Trump him this up. You know, I don't even want to laugh. I don't even want to be facetious about this, right? But this is what's going on in Syria. But there's nothing I can do. There's nothing me or you can do. Trump is just fucking going nuts. He does whatever the fuck he wants.
Shall we?
But I trust in the Lord's what's it called? Judgment, man. So he'll get his just desserts, man. RIP, A Simo, man. It's out on next week on Friday. It's on the, what do I say? It's out on the 20th or 24th, whichever it is, man. Next Friday. I want to go buy God of War, but I want to play the other games on PS4 as a remaster. You don't really need to play them, from what I heard. Oh. Confused most. I ain't doing reserves, no matter how much they beg. But they never released all of them. The whole point with this new God of War is it's meant to attract a new crowd, because they've kind of fixed it up now. People are like, oh, Kratos is this brute, this kind of like big lummox, right? Just screaming and shouting and banging chicks and killing gods and stuff. Now they've decided to give him a actual character development and a story now.
Whoa!
Missile hit civilian housing complex. I thought we were targeting supposed chemical weapons factory. They're trying to do some shit, man. Like, I swear, man, they're just trying to make this whole end war happen. Like, I swear to God, there's a bunch of people in America that want this stuff, because they legit believe that we're gonna establish Zion if we just fucking push it fucking even more and more. I don't care. Like, like, you know, it's just humans are gonna die in the process. Like, we need to push it, you know. We need to establish this fucking new world order and shit. I don't like it when they change the character's personality so much. I hate it when 343 gave Master Chief feelings. Yeah, man, it's just... But I think Kratos needed changing. Ascension didn't sell so well for Santa Monica, apparently. It was a spin-off, but it didn't do so well. So they thought, you know what, we need a fundamental change. And look at Resident Evil 4. Look up from Resident Evil 3 to 4. United States says all targets completed. DEFCON warning system, Twitter. Targets completed. Bloody hell, man. Well, I'm sure the targets were completed, but how many fucking civilians got killed now?
I'm counting on you.
I'm fucking counting on you, Belen. Surf's up! Surf's up! UN investigators were going to investigate the attack in an unbiased manner tomorrow. Convenient time to strike. People are fucking... Like you said, the noose is tightening. The noose is tightening. You were saying, right? The noose is tightening around Trump and he just needs a big distraction. Oh man, disgusting. That's what I mean about the humanity of this guy. Like, he might, like, there's some, what was I watching? Well, I was watching a show where they said what's good for most people will be bad for some people. This idea that, okay, yeah, he's helping middle Americans out and all these fuckers and all that shit, but there's no humanity in him for the people that get screwed over. That's the problem. Bro doesn't even care about their grievances or anything. According to the list, they hit chemical weapon storage facilities and there was a Republican guard in Damascus. Okay. U.S. General Dunford, we did not coordinate with or notify Russia. Oh great, what if we hit Russian soldiers? They don't care, man. Fucking they just want a glorious fucking thing, man. I swear, what's going on in Syria, no one will ever know the truth. It's so complicated. Like, legit, it's so complicated. What was already going on down there was complicated enough. Now, it's just, people are just trying to distract, man. That's what it is. I've kind of come to the terms that I'll never know the truth, because you can't trust your media, you can't trust CNN, you can't trust BBC, you can't trust no one, man. Yeah, we need a Tunix to save us. This is why like I bring God into it. I know some of you guys hate this and you laugh at the concept, but the one guy that if he did exist would have his eye on everything, like every truth, every atrocity that happened, it would be like God, right? So you know, that's the only thing me and Trump share in common, the belief in God, man. But he sees everything, man. He sees what Russia does, he sees what America does, he sees what British troops do, and you know, Syrian troops and whatever. Because there'd be no justice otherwise. Full Metal Cowboy, what up, man? That name. Full Metal Cowboy Bebop. Whatever the fuck is going on in Syria, Americans and Western Europe has no need to stick their noses in their affairs. We're talking about Trump is basically gone to 30% of America. Man. You know those big moments in history where you realize that you're living through history right now? Those times are now, man. You know, can you imagine when Martin Luther King was alive and all the marches were happening, the peaceful protests? Those were black people living through history. When World War II was happening, you felt like, fuck, I'm living through history. Right now, legit, I feel like we're living through like pivotal things of history. You know, Trump only believes in God if it gets him the Republican votes. Yeah, that's true. Because he's got no shame. That's his thing. If you believe in God, you'd have some shame at least. God of War Trump ascension. So fucking true. He wasn't interested in God before the elections, and he wouldn't be going around banging porn stars and giving them hush money if he cared about God. He'd give a shit about his marriage and shit. But we've come to expect infidelity from our fucking elected officials, right? Like it's become such a we're so desensitized to it now. He had a fucking affair. He had a mistress. Who cares? Does it reflect on his ability to run the country? Nah, fuck it. I think that's the problem. Our standards are getting so low now for the presidency that, you know, he's just one man, a figurehead at the end of the day. Serious problem with loads of dumb people who believe in dumb policies, yeah, who voted for him. He's like that snake oil salesman that came along, right? Because everyone else fucked up.
Here goes nothing.
Clinton and the affair was swept under the rug. I don't think people don't care because they understand that we're human. Like we hold these people like they're supposed to be messiahs, man, but they're just human. I understand that, right? Everyone's entitled to some fucking mistakes and stuff. Fair enough. But at least have some fucking humanity, man. Like Trump just doesn't care, man, about people. He wants a legacy. I was saying that last time. The guy just wants a legacy. He wants to be remembered. If World War III is the result of the bombings in Syria, what will be your last anime that you want to watch? Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, man. Just to have the hope that things can be fixed up, man. That you can have this violent fucking civil war, but still fucking have some peace and forgiveness and shit, man. Like, FMAB will be so appropriate, you know. I think. What will we get for bombing Syria besides more debt and a possible long-term conflict? Obama needs congressional approval of Trump 2013. Shit, man. You know, like, we're so interested in US politics over in the UK. We're more interested in American politics than we are our own politics. Like, legit, I'm more interested in Trump than I am Corbyn and stuff. And we really should be supporting, like, people like that and the Labour Party and everything. But whatever America does, it decides the fate of the whole world, man. Like, what can you do? I'll watch the historian episode of LTGH where he gives that lecture. What is this? What is this? Let's be honest here, UK politics are pretty boring. Trust, I watched Prime Minister's question is the only entertaining part of it. Everyone's just fucking name calling in the most what's the word, sophisticated manner that they can, right? And just boos and grumbling and all that shit. Well. Prime Minister's questions are funny, yeah. They gotta keep these fucking buffoons in line, man. That's what it is. Fucking greatness. Reuters reporting that senior pro-Assad officials say that if airstrikes are over, attacks will be seen as limited. Seen as limited what? The first 10 minutes are funny, after that it slowly starts to degrade. Yeah. Fuck, man. Where the fuck does all this serious shit come from anyway, all of a sudden? We talk about in Korea and Iran, blah blah blah, now it's like bang, Syria. Syria's been going on for a while, but that's the one you can just hush up and cover up and sweep under the rug. Here we go. Meaning not a full-scale attack, a limited one. Okay.
Your Majesty! Your Majesty, it is I, Leander! Please, you must come to your senses!
It is too late for that, I'm afraid. Your queen is gone. Henceforth she shall be my puppet, nothing more.
Damascus is on fire. Fuck, man. This sounds almost fucking biblical, honestly, man.
Why do you even care? Her people think little of her. She is powerless, weak, unloved.
Hydropolis would be nothing without its queen.
Hey, what's up, cool stuff? You always introduce yourself with that. Because you know I'll say, what's up, cool stuff? The fucking essence of magic. What up, man? I haven't seen you in the chat. Will common, man. Will common.
And why is that?
Even were I inclined to tell you, you would not understand.
So be it. Then I would ask that you do as your queen did and surrender your feeble spirit.
Yeah, it is, man. Fucking, I don't envy you, man.
I surrender to none but Her Majesty.
Leander?
Is she coming around?
This has gone on long enough.
What's this guy's game, man? Fucking, that's Trump. That's legit Trump in his true form. That's Trump's stand, man. If the World War game, I would name it World War 3 beta release. Yeah. It's a game to these people.
Your kingdom is doomed. But then beauty never lasts.
What's his name?
Brine Skimmer. Then the King's Bond truly is broken.
You heard the man, Evan. No King's Bond, meaning we've got ourselves a Kingmaker to clobber.
Look how fucking majestic and beautiful this game looks. Modern gaming, man. Who needs new consoles when you got visuals like this? Brine Skimmer, Wavebreaker Kingmaker. Hezbollah headquarters hit by several US, UK, France cruiser missiles. Hezbollah may choose to retaliate against Israel. Look at this. Look how much. Look at the chain effect. Look at the chain effect. This is what happens when you fucking aggravate a complicated situation. They want this shit to happen. They legit want this shit to happen. Nobody's this dumb, man. All that does is just bring on more fucking, more attack, the cycle of revenge, man. That's what it is.
All together now! Wait,
I'm counting on you.
I'm busy with pathophysiology. I ain't got time for going back.
I need your help.
it was it! Quick!
I'm counting on you.
Tiny!
Oh crap. Where is he, Branston? Oh wow, fucking, what is this? Third person shooter? Nah. Sorry people, just give me a sec. Cunning, haha. Looks like Neo Automata. A little bit, yeah. But more fucking shit going on. Where is he? His Brine Skimmer, man. Fucking.
I need your help.
There we go. Bringing that motherfucker down. Time to kill his belly. Killing civilians will not teach us how not to kill civilians. Exactly, like, you need to come to the table, man. Like, look, he bought, first Trump shows that he can bring Kim Jong-un to the table. Then he goes and does this. And then people say Middle East is too complicated, they won't bargain with us and blah blah blah, all these excuses in it, man. Like, we're not all human beings. Like, we're more unreasonable than a Korean dude, and the Koreans are more unreasonable than a Russian dude. This is probably the best boss battle simul so far that we've had. People will pay. We'll pay for this. We're not paying for it now, but we will pay for this. You're going to see increase in terrorism. Not that it's justified, but you're going to see it. It doesn't mean that it won't be the case. They say, do you feel the world is safer under Patriot Act and War Powers Act? I feel the world is a more dangerous place now. Legit. Jeez Louise. If Trump can bomb Syria without congressional approval, what's stopping him from bombing North Korea and Iran? That is just fucked up, man. Wasn't him and Putin getting along as well? Like, you know, right now it's all about the Russian blame game. Like, well, weren't we coming to the table with Russia? It wasn't like even Putin saying, look, man, if he's the kind of president who'll come to the table with us, you know, then we'll work with him and shit like that. All this showboating and stuff that was going on. I mean, nations. I think he thinks he can do whatever he wants to people without allies.
I'm counting. I need your help.
Israel is currently best equipped and most experienced to deal with terrorism. I'm sure by tomorrow we'll be hearing of large terror attacks. Yeah, they got that missile intercept system of this that America gave them, or gifted them.
I'm counting on you.
I don't get why this is a problem. Hezbollah is a terrorist organization. Pro-war American romanticists. William. Did he just get his whole fucking life back? No, let's go, let's go.
Don't let me down. Need a little help here. Make yourself useful.
Saudi. Nah, he's good. We're good, Saudi. Yeah, got him. He's vulnerable. Not fucking terrorist. Well, one man's terrorist and another man's freedom fighter, as they say. We're looking at it from one side. We're looking from it one side. Not the missile system. That isn't even it. I'm referring to Israeli domestic intelligence network. Oh yeah, we all know about Israel's intelligence, man. America is Israel, India working with Israel, Israel working with America. Two kingmakers. Who is this Belen?
Hey. Of course. Uh-huh.
What?
Okay, not taking the nations. Turns back time to save us again and again. Oh shit. Some Steins Gate shit going on. Oh, so they're not allowed to fall in love, so they have kids. Oh shit, that's crazy, Simo, man. You're right. Fucking hell, man.
How?
Your Majesty, isn't it kind of Orwellian that it's called the Department of Defense? Should I just rebrand to War Department as it was called before? Have a war room. Have like one of those fucking. I'm sure they have it, right? Those Nixon, those what's the one? Those caricaturized war rooms, the Nixon era war rooms. They do say attack is the best defense.
Yes.
Yes.
Huh?
Oh, what's going on? Before World War One and World War Two, it was always called the War Department, law. At least back when they were honest. That's the whole thing. Rebranding. Didn't they rebrand Blackwater? Because Blackwater sounds too sinister to XC Services Limited or something. Like XC Services Limited is any better, man. Can't have a Black Ops group with a sinister name like that.
Of course.
One day, Leander. One day, we will marry, and you will be my king. We will rule together. Promise me.
I promise. I promise that I will marry you. That I will always protect you. That I will never leave your side.
DEFCON 4. They're escalating some shit, man, I'll tell you.
Do you swear it? On your life?
The US, the possessors of the biggest arsenal of chemical weapons, has no moral right to blame other countries. Russian embassy, US. Russia's right. Russia's right. Russia's fucking right, man. Like, why is America the moral arbiter? They're the only people that have dropped nukes on people. They're the only country who dropped nukes on another country. America has no right and will never have the right to be moral arbiter for the world, ever. They'll never have the fucking right. History of slavery, fucking nuking a country, and then they're worrying about other people with nukes. Nuclear deterrence works, right? As long as everyone's, it's like an expanse. Everyone's got the proto-molecule, there's equality at least. Mutually assured destruction theory. No one's gonna fire because it means mutual destruction. And fucking America's just up its ass about its, you know, nukes this, dismantle that, blah blah blah, all this shit. Moral arbiters, my ass, man. American exceptionalism, all this nonsense. It's like the fucking colonial apologism. Colonialism was the best thing ever, man. Like the moral arbiters, like they civilized savages. Nukes get shit done, and it is exactly because that nukes get shit done, which is why everyone having them, or at least those countries that are more vulnerable having them. You know, you maintain this fake peace. It's peace nonetheless, man. You don't have to like each other, but at least there's peace.
I do, Your Majesty. I do.
Oh, Leander, I love you.
Bloody hell. That was pretty young to be proposing.
How could I forget? It is my most cherished memory.
Moy, are you telling me that you don't support the glorious British Empire? We sure showed them savages in India. Of course I don't fucking think. Fucking partition was like one of the worst things to happen. Legit one of the worst things to happen. You know. That these are divides not caused by tribalism and stuff. These were devised man-made divisions that were created between people, man. It's like after fucking World War II when they drew lines on in Europe. They just drew arbitrary lines like they were fucking painting. Yeah, let's draw a line through here. Let's carve this land up for these people and those. Fucking what gives you the right to do that? You think you're heroes, right? You defeated Hitler, but what gave you the right to carve lines all over Europe? Textiles factories. Israel denies that they have any nukes. Law. Look, they can have nukes, but as long as they don't use them, fine. But this kind of shit that fucking America's doing right now.
And the reason I gave my life to you in service.
But that was not what I asked of you. I asked that you become my husband, my king.
But the law of Hydropolis forbids it. I could not become king. I cannot.
Do not pretend, Leander. You know better than any man of this realm. Whosoever possesses the ether possesses the right to rule. It was the first king of Hydropolis who brought it back with him, and with it claimed his crown.
They should feel threatened by the US. US has got so many military bases all around the world. Just there's a simple question here about safety and who would you rather this, rather that. What gives America the right? What makes them so special? Is everyone else subhuman or something? And you know, Americans just some suddenly arbiters of morality and everything. They're dying a spiritual death. They may be making advances everywhere else, but they're just crumbling away spiritually, man. And their time's gonna become, man. And it won't be this crumbling empire and stuff. It will be like legit divine judgment. I swear, I think divine judgment is gonna come on America, man. Like that's gonna be it. Ain't gonna be no humans. They'll keep going along, bombing countries, doing whatever they want. Foreign policy, blah blah blah. People are gonna complain for a little while. No one's gonna do anything. Legit. It's like cancer. There's a cancer inside America that's spreading right now, man, and we see it through Trump. I support the attack because Assad must be held accountable for the use of chemical weapons. Weak and pathetic moderate Democrat. They have no right. I'll be a better president than Trump. Easily better president than Trump. Easily better president than Trump. I can put aside my grievances just to make sure that people are fucking, you know, looked after, man. Like, they don't have a reason to be fucking angry when something so simple could be changed or tweaked. And fuck pandering to this base or that base and this, that.
But surely one such as I cannot...
Who better? Who else has guarded this realm more vigilantly? Cared for it more faithfully? As queen, I can accept no other. You must marry me. I command you.
Damn, if only marriage was that easy.
But your majesty, I cannot.
Why? For the sake of the kingdom?
Bomb it into peace, Michael Franti. Yeah, exactly. You can't do that, man. Bring people to the table. Look, I know people keep making this argument that these people won't come to the table because they're talking about other things that need rectifying before they can come to the table. You can't just keep taking, and they go, you know what, for this particular situation, let's come to the table. Resolve the fucking 20, 30, 40, 50 years, you know, discrepancies and inadequacies. Resolve that. Get everyone on a level playing field, then come to the table. What is this melodrama playing out in the game? It's this empire where they've outlawed love. You're not allowed to love, because if you get love and marry and have kids, if even one kid was born or the population grew by one, her power to keep saving the world over and over, like Steins Gate sort of thing, would go, and then this whole empire or city would be destroyed. So she's got it stuck in this loop almost. So that's what this melodrama is. It's a good story.
The realm over which we have watched for so long. If we are joined in marriage, then all must end. Time cannot repeat itself. Hydropolis must fade.
Yes, and I cannot allow that to happen.
Let go, Leander. This realm may fade, but another will soon blossom in its place. New life, a new kingdom.
There's no table. Every country eats standing nowadays. And they get their lunch eaten standing as well.
It should have happened long ago. But I could not let it.
Ain't none of y'all seen no Ghibli films, man. That music.
I had to have one last day by your side. Again and again.
Your Majesty.
But it is time at last. I am ready, Leander. The wheel must turn again for Hydropolis. And if it brings our destruction, then so be it. It also brings truth.
See? I subscribe to that. Let it all end, man. At least it brings truth. Either there's a life after this, or there ain't. Simple. Simple.
Your mind is made up, then?
Yeah, I haven't looked at the trailer, though. The footage of the video yet, though. But I saw your tweet, yeah. The Trump administration has admitted 11 Syrian refugees this year while creating more refugees. 11! Is that it? With hand-drawn anime art style and full orchestra arrangements by Copenhagen Symphony. Oh shit. I'll check it out. I wasn't even sure it was a Square Enix game. I thought it was a different game.
So come. Take your place by my side. Be my husband. My king.
I will.
Maybe Trump is an alien like Zuckerberg. Reptilian. Probably a reptilian. I'm surprised Alex Jones refuses to call him one.
The preparations for our union will begin at once. But you need not remain to oversee them. I hereby release you from your duties. You are free. These travelers have need of your aid. Go with them. Forget the concerns of our kingdom for a time.
It's inspired by Ghibli. Damn, that'd be interesting. I'll look at it. I'll take a look at it. Crickets, yeah. The tweets. We saw the tweets when Obama was in position of, you know, the POTUS, right? He was tweeting like, man, if Obama does this to Syria, this, that, blah, blah, blah. Now he's doing it himself.
Truly.
Truly.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
I thought you want to get married. Permanently, where I want to get married with you, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you go off with this little fucking shit, this king. Leave me behind. Really weird, man.
Thank you.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's go.
Now,
Rejuvenate. I'm gonna get that power.
Let our nations be joined for the sake of the world.
Let the banners of war ne'er again be unfurled.
United we stand as one single land.
Yeah, I'm sure he is. Sea creatures are in these days. My boy.
The pact is sealed. Our nations stand together. And now I must bid you farewell. Pray take care of my betrothed until his return.
We will. That is, assuming you're still happy to join us, Leander.
of course. I only hope that I may be of use.
I'm sure you will be.
Evan had freed Queen Nerea from Doloran's wicked clutches. And for his troubles, he had succeeded in adding another nation to his burgeoning union.
What up,
With it came a
V2099?
great asset, Leander, whose wisdom would surely prove vital in Evermore's continued development.
At least Russia is honest about its objectives in Syria, not bullshitting like UK, US, France does all the time with democracy building, etc. Yeah, man. What right do they have, man? These nations have fucking survived on their cultures for thousands of years, man. Arab empires fucking gave you calculus and maths and all this shit. Like to think the whole judging people by our standards is just wrong. It's wrong if you fucking if you execute homosexuals. It's wrong if you behead people. It's wrong. These things we can all agree on are fucking wrong. Which is why the Muslims fucking trash Saudi for doing those things. So we can all agree on common principles, right? But to say that your culture is wrong, that you need our democracy, you need our this, that, it's just stupid. Who has the right to do that, man? Who's special enough to fucking go to that your whole way of life of the last 1,000 years is wrong, man? Like, still singing that Yu Hakusho. Moin, we need you to sing the OP for LTGH 2018. It's a tradition at this point. I've got the lyrics, I'm going to be doing it. A country where love is forbidden, how strange.
Yes, but I learned something there. I learned how fiercely a leader can long to protect their nation, and how much they can sacrifice for it. The Queen was prepared to devote her whole life to her kingdom, and for no one ever to know.
Exactly, man. Coffee, Arab Empire, fucking falafel, yeah. Arabs, calculus, maths, sciences, fucking all that shit, man. Great time to binge the current Yu Hakusho arc. Yeah. Turkey was progressive before Erdogan.
I'm glad I met her. And Leander.
Well, there's still a way to go, and still an awful lot to learn.
Yes, I know. I've really only just begun.
That's it?
In order to grow, we must first realize how small we are. It's going to be fun watching you grow into your older, wiser self.
What is this conversation, man?
Huh? What do you mean?
You're too busy building your kingdom to notice anything else, aren't you? Right. I'll see you soon, Evan.
Yes. See you soon.
What is this conversation, man? Are we gonna get a time skip? The streets and the buildings were shite. Matter of time. In the older stories, Turkish people was known as muscle men. Them Turks, man. The West got involved in that as well. Arab-Turk fight and shit.
My inventions will change the world. I'll finish the perpetual fission reactor if it's the last thing I do.
Zip, please.
I don't care what it costs.
What is up with this dude? Trump admin official shared post saying our forefathers would have hung Obama
Chapter 6,
and Clinton.
The price of power.
Are you kidding me? The price of power. Shit, man. This game's escalating. Fucking hell, man. How can you get away with this? How can people let this guy get away with this shit, man? Anyone here looking forward to the new God of War? Yeah, I'm gonna hopefully finish this game before the end of next week so I can stream that game. So right after I finish this, I'll be playing that game, hopefully. But yeah, definitely looking forward to it. I played God of War 1, 3, and I'm gonna be playing this one. I know what happens in 2 though, so it's fine.
I'll be counting on you.
Junior console. He will serve under Rolando. John McCain, I applaud the president for taking military action. What is wrong with these fucking people, man? Fuck Trump, man. Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. You wanna? I'm just glad that there's a chance that look, he'll be gone. Like he won't be serving more than the term. This term. So why is there a young Roy Mustang in this game? Nah, it's just that design. It's familiar, right? These are all Ghibli. This is the guy who creates all the Ghibli characters. And it's got the Ghibli musician, right? But I guess they wanted something that looked a bit familiar to people. Broadleaf. See, this kid, this little shit is better than Trump. He fucking unites people. This little fucking shonen archetype unites people better than Trump, man. The president must get congressional approval before attacking Syria. Big mistake if he does not. Trump tweet in August 2013. Exactly. There was a whole bunch of tweets someone collated and he tweeted out. And now look, what a hypocrite that guy is. But you know what? No one cares. Because the minute his policies made their way onto Twitter and his communication went onto Twitter, it's just something to be disregarded. Like, that's just Twitter sphere. It's not important, you know. If he says it, it must not be, you know, real or actualized or anything. And all the while, he's actually making big decisions like going bombing Syria and shit. This is why I think comedy turning Trump into a joke figure, you shouldn't be laughing about this guy. You shouldn't be making laughs and jokes about this guy. This guy can cause serious damage, you know. Comedy has an effect of reducing the threat of someone. I said this to someone. If you make comedy like this, or you turn this guy into a caricature, calling him little Hitler, and this, that, and the other, right? You're reducing how much of a threat he is, and no one cares. Trump is too thin-skinned. It's like George W. Bush. No one gives a fuck about Bush and all the shit he did. He took us to the Iraq War. He should be in The Hague. He should be fucking war criminal. Legit, the guy should be. But everyone joked him off. And now he's joking. He was even saying, Trump makes me look good. He was legit saying, Trump makes me look good in an interview. You think he let a guy get away with that shit? Joe Scarborough is applauding Trump, totally ignoring that Trump ripped the Constitution apart. Yeah. Damn, man, my title for this video is bringing all the people today. I fucking hate that guy. I hate Trump. Joe Scarborough is applauding, yeah. They must have got a hard on. They must have been like, fuck, finally someone who's got the balls to fucking drop some fucking missiles and shit. Like these fucking right-wing motherfuckers, man. The Russians are tricky. The atheists, they have all day Sunday to plot and plan, Gallagher. They're not all atheists, isn't but yeah, I know I'm not saying you're saying that, but they're not all atheists. I swear Putin's religious. He's Christian, isn't he? But hey, doesn't it feel good that we have stable leadership at the top, at least? Oh wait. God damn, man. Most Russians are Orthodox Christians. Yeah, exactly. I'm an atheist. Yeah, I mean, you're an atheist, but like, sweeping statements like that, man. Like everyone knows that's part of the reason people criticize Putin, because of his Orthodox Christian policies, right? His stance towards, like, he's pro-family, right? We all know that Putin's pro-family. So his policies against prostitution. Some people say his hard line and stuff. I saw some documentary where they were talking to one of his policymakers or whatever it is, right? But he's pro-family. He's got things in common, right, with conservatives and stuff. But still, man.
Well, no.
Well, he was in the Defense Secretary Mattis says strikes against Syria are one-time shot. Yeah, right. I'd believe in God before that. Bloody hell. Let God sort it out. Moin, you believe religion and state should be separate? Yeah, I should. They should be separate. I don't believe in theocracy. I don't believe, like, I believe you should be free to practice your religion, and religion's a private thing, right? But if you're gonna have a theocracy, it's just too difficult to have it. There's no way you could treat one people one way and these people this way. In this society, it wouldn't work. So I believe in like secular kind of thing, right? But I believe that you should have freedom to practice your religion, and people should respect each other, and like. It causes too much aggro, I think. Theocracy would just cause too much problems for people. There we no need to fly, we shall simply have a boat leap over the obstacles. Give me a damn plane already, man. He ain't kidding, man.
Forgive me.
Mistaken. I have no problem with religion, but when you push it into other people's faces, that's where I have a problem. Yeah, I mean, you could say the same for us trying to push democracy onto other countries. Like that's the problem. Our problem here in the West is we don't want radicalism. We don't want people teaching radicalism. We don't want Waco situation. We don't want fucking radicalism in madrasas. We don't want people teaching extremist ideology. Fair. But don't go around trying to bomb democracy into places that have at least somehow held together. We've made things worse in those places, man. Honestly, it was bad. I'm not saying it wasn't bad in Iraq and Shia suppression and all that shit, but we made it worse there. And we didn't only just make it worse for that place, we made it worse for the fucking world, man. Like I said, ISIS was born out of that shit, man. And we went to war on a lie, man. And no one's ever gonna be held to account. You know, we hold everyone who commits a crime against us, against the UK and the US. We hold them to account. We hunt them down. We fucking throw their body into the sea, or we put them on trial. But no one ever pays for taking us into a legal war. No one ever pays. It's a general democracy like others, but there's quite a bit of legislation. Yeah, but it's religious, right? But then there's also this idea that people think that there's been a politicization of Judaism in Israel. That Zionism is what we're saying. So I don't have no problem with Jewish people. I have no problem with Judaism. I got no problem with Israel as a state. The guy, you know, Netanyahu, I got a problem with him. And the kind of like, you know, tint to it that irks me. The religious tint to it, yeah, that's exactly it.
Of course.
You can't deny that there are people who believe that this land to that part, this to the River Nile to the Euphrates River, Jordan, Egypt, Syria, this all belongs to us, divinely appointed land. Muslims don't even say that. Muslims just want to live there, yeah, fair enough, and they're fighting all the time, Palestinians, but they don't say God promised us this to this land. You know, it was hard enough for people to give them their 1967 borders, whatever borders they were given. It was hard enough for people to swallow that, but to make people swallow the whole River Nile to Euphrates River thing, like the modern, even if that was true, let's just say God did give you that land, you can't expect other people to swallow that. But only on trivial stuff like lack of public transportation Saturday. Who push their atheism to me? Yeah. They don't push it, they just tell you, "Oh, you're stupid for believing in God" and stuff. That's what it is, right? That's their way of pushing atheism. I never push my atheism on anyone, but people always love to push God on me. That's to be expected. I mean, like, Christians are evangelical, right? That's an evangelical religion, inherently. So they're always going to be on your door, giving out pamphlets, coming up to you and going like, you know, why don't you believe in God and all that. My reason for reconciling with my religion, I was raised Muslim, but then later on in life I started to research it, trying to reconcile even the harsh aspects of it. For me, it's just I fear what happens after death. I'm worried that I don't want to completely dismiss the afterlife, like where the soul goes. I think a lot of people, even agnostics, believe that there is something, that this spark of life, right, like a soul or something. And I'm worried that if I don't, you know, square up with that, you know, then I don't want to be that loser, right, at the end of it, waking up to fucking pitchforks and shit like that. If I'm going to hell, I'm be standing for my convictions. True. But we all have, like, Abrahamic faiths dominate the discourse, right, about religion, and they all kind of agree similarly on what heaven and hell and, you know, the wrath of God and forgiveness and all that. We all kind of agree. Judaism, Christianity, Islam. So that's in people's consciousnesses, the Abrahamic version of God and that kind of thing. Judaism, the opposite of evangelical. The basic idea in that if someone wants to convert to it, others will try to dissuade him or her. If someone wants to convert to it, others will try to dissuade him or her. Atheism and spirituality isn't the same thing, though. Yeah, I guess so. Research topics. I say believe what you want to believe, man. This is why I wait for the end. The truth will come, man. Either when our species is extinct, and we all want to know what's next or what's out there. That's simple. Truth seekers, right? Some people want to, you know, keep seeking their lifetime. But some people will never have the answers in their short, brief lifespan. So I guess the truth will come when everything's like at zero, man. People who are rejecting airstrikes are being called out by conservatives as isolationists and extreme right-left wingers. What makes you isolationist? What makes you isolationist if you don't want to go around bombing other countries? I don't understand. You'd rather we not go around and bomb other countries, so you're isolationist. I don't understand.
Well,
because even in Islam, they do acknowledge that we'll be in disagreement till the end of time. Humanity will be in disagreement till the end of time. But at least there's that one moment where like the truth will set you free, man.
Hey there.
When I die, my answer would be, I did my best, and that's what matters most. I agree with you, man. You did your best. It's not exclusive, right? You can be a moral person, look after the needy, give charity, you know, just do good for people, be nice to people, you know. That's common, I think. The problem people have an issue with is accepting specific things, right? Like either accepting Jesus as the path to heaven. I don't know about that, man. Like people like that, or I don't want to accept Prophet Muhammad, or I don't want to accept this or that. This is the things people take issue with, right? But these are times and places that I have no idea about. I don't think any of us knows about when Jesus was walking the earth, or when, you know. But you know, we hope. If there isn't, I didn't do my best. I was lazy every now and then, and that's okay, because no judgment hype.
Thank you.
Jumping the boat. Ship is modified. You're not able to jump the great rift in the ocean. Alright. The best I can hope for is when I leave this life, I leave the world for some people a slightly better place. Yeah. You'd hope so, man, but you feel so powerless in this day and age. I think this is why this is such a big problem now. The faithful are becoming more faithful, and some people believe that the faithless are almost like they're trying their best, but you feel so powerless. Like someone like Trump, like one man must feel fucking powerless, no matter who he is, religious, Christian, atheist, against all this overwhelming hatred spewing out and destruction and carnage and shit. It's just so sad to see people brainwashed into thinking that more airstrikes is gonna solve everything. I don't think there's an appetite for war until Trump came along. Like after the Iraq War, there was no appetite for war. Trump has now, with his fucking alpha manliness, brought that appetite back. All those middle Americans who didn't have a voice, right? Because the Democrats refused to listen to them. Now they're just riled up. That's the problem.
Huh?
Like, you know, the people like Alex Jones, they legit want to firefight in the streets. I see that hunger in their hearts, man. Like, you know, I used to get inspired and hyped up by Alex Jones's energy, right? But now I realize that energy is actually because the guy wants bloodshed in the streets. He wants the Alamo again. He wants the American Civil War again. Legit, like the tinge to his what he says now, it just makes me worry that this guy just wants fucking 50 cal rifles on his rooftop shooting at, you know, Arabs and you know, non-Christians and all that stuff. Like legit, you feel that he's got that hunger, and if he was given the opportunity, he would revel in that shit, man. Actually, there was during a bar. Doesn't need to be on large scale. When in Judaism, Talmud, they say if you save one life, it's as if you save mankind. That's the same in Islam. Saving one life is as though you saved all of humanity. There is a through line in the Abrahamic faith, which is why I don't know why the Abrahamic faiths don't get along as much. because there's claims, right? So one claims this is a false religion, one claims that it's a iteration on the revelation, one states that one's neither here nor there, that kind of thing. It's funny how Alex Jones turned from one of the biggest opponents of more water sucking Trump's dick. He got validated. That's the thing. He didn't feel validated because he didn't have an authority figure that would validate him. So he was skirting the line. He was trying to be fair. He was trying to sound like, you know, the rough edges. He was just filing over the rough edges. Now that Trump's validating him, he's just fucking thing. Islam and Judaism is more alike in their texts. Yeah, but they have the most animosity, I think, between each other, which is really weird. Christianity probably is a little bit more, because you see more Christian conversions to Islam, for example. You'll see more white Christians, former Catholics or something, convert to Islam. Very rarely will you see Jewish people or Muslims convert to Judaism or the other way around. Islam did come much later, so obviously it would base a portion on it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true. I mean, even Christianity, like, at the time, had disagreements with Judaism.
Say.
You're anti-Semite genius. But you wouldn't say you're religious, right? Cunning? You're more atheist, right? Or you don't really follow Judaism. John McCain clearly hasn't gotten any wiser while being deathly sick, since he's calling for more death, destruction. That's just pure evil, man. Like, legit, that's pure evil, man. That is. These are people you don't even know. Like, he doesn't even care about civilian casualties, man. These are people, man. Like, fucking, can you imagine that if someone in Russia spoke about us the way we speak about people? Like, I'm walking down to, I don't know, Game or GameStop in America or something, and there's one guy they want to get here in this country, like, Russians want to bomb this Russian traitor or something, and they drop a bomb, and, you know, 7-8 of us, including me, die, right? And they get that guy, but they don't give a crap about our names, none of that. Imagine how we'd feel, right? We have to have some fucking compassion. We got no compassion left, man. We think we devalue human life, man. If I met these people, like, I feel so guilty that, you know what, like, I can't believe I said, yeah, go drop a bomb near this marriage going on in someone's house and shit, you know. Estimated cost to replace pipes in Flint, Michigan, $55 million. Fucking hell. 112 Tomahawk missiles launched at Syria. Each cost $1.87 million to make. That's $224 million total. Yeah, man, there's just no humanity left in humanity, you know what I mean? No humanity left. Like, think of one life. Think of you taking one life, as angry as you get, right? That's you taking a fucking life, man. Like, that, I understand. But to be, like, so nonchalant about mass death, I don't understand that, man. Only Jewish by tradition, ancestry, I suppose. I mean, my family observes certain holidays, but don't believe in the tenets. Okay. I'm more agnostic, if anything, borderline on atheist. Okay. What is it? I want to ask you guys, like, what is it about the idea of God that rubs you the wrong way? Because I've heard it. It's not even that. Oh, there's just no proof. But there's always this anger. This anger towards a figure which you probably believe doesn't even exist based on all the evidence. What is it about the idea of God that rubs you the wrong way? Are you one of those guys that thinks there's so much fucking suffering in the world, disabled kids are being born, what's the point? What kind of God will make it? Is that what your reasoning is about not really liking the idea of God, or the idea of a creator out there that created us? It's not the idea of God. I don't prescribe to organized religion's definition of God. Okay. We all know that I believe there's a God, but if there was to be a unanimous belief of God, then that God will be everyone's God, right? And this is the problem people have with religion. Like, the fact that people stake a claim to God, and who he is and what he wants and all this kind of thing. It would be too easy though, man. You would never produce a true believer if God appeared to everyone. I think for me, I believe it's a test. And it's a test because you can't get a true believer. If God literally just showed himself to everyone bow down and worship and be like, yep. Like there would be no true believer born out of you know, us as a tribe, right? I believe there is some higher entity, but no religion has a monopoly or true description of it. For me, God is more of a category of none. Okay. I always wanted to understand. There are some atheists that just don't think about it. They just go, I don't have time for it in my life. It's just, I've never seen no evidence for it in my life, so I don't really believe. Then there's, like you saying, a religion has almost put you off it. You know, like, so you're borderline agnostic, more atheist. Religion in general rubs me the wrong way more because rulers always control the masses with it. We'll always find ways of controlling people. Ideologies, religions, tribalism. We're tribalistic in nature. We form tribes online, you know. Atheists form tribes online, you know. I know it's not destructive and it doesn't kill people en masse, but there's levels, man. Like, we'd find different ways of tribalism, I think. Like, I don't believe God intervenes in humanity's affair, for example. Yeah, there's the whole non-interventionist God theory, apparently, that he created us but left us to our own devices. There's that theory as well. And then some people, obviously, people say miracles have happened to me, and humans are social creatures regardless of religions. Yeah, I mean, regardless of religions, we find our own divides, man, I think. Right now, the most prevalent form of divide is clearly what's it called? Political divide. You know, like Putin probably has more in common with traditional beliefs, right? Like value system. With Trump, he probably shares them. At least what we see, right? But it's borders, it's politics. That's really what divides us against people who are actually the same. See, I'm not like that, man. But it's a very... Christianity is really complex as well. I respect Christians, man. Like, I respect Christians. Like, I understand the atheist position. But Christianity is a really complex, man. Like, it's almost as complex as the Sunni Shia, schools of thought, Arab Empire, all that stuff. I suppose the idea of heaven and hell irritates me more than the idea of God. Yeah, I mean, that's what people pick their poison and at the end of the day. But for me, I just go, you know what, there's some arguments you'll never win. I'll never win. I'll never be able to convince someone because of their experience, because I haven't lived in your shoes and I haven't lived in your experiences. But I believe whether or not God exists, you'll all get the truth. We'll all get the truth at the end. And you'll all be answerable. I'll be answerable for myself. You know, Christian, Muslim, Jew, atheist, agnostic. If a being who transcends our physical plane and possesses superior knowledge, enabling it to create matter, exists, sure it should be respected. We're just not the best mouthpieces for this, right? Like if it's a test, then obviously we're all being tested, not just a couple of people being tested. I think we're just not the best mouthpieces. We got our own slants and twists and justifications and interpretations. So, you know, that's why I legit go, there's no way I can convince someone, there's no way someone can convince me. So let's just agree to disagree, and whatever comes, man, at the end. But worshipped and exercise nonsensical traditions. Yeah, a lot of people take the cultural, yeah, the whole ritualistic aspect of it as well. What am I doing?
Uh-huh.
Jingo wheat. Yeah, that's how where we pick and choose, right? Like on this day we want to identify this guy as Muslim because it feeds into a narrative, or on this day you know, I identify as my sexual orientation rather than any meaningful thing, or this, you know, we pick and choose, man. That's the problem. Like, we just see each other as human beings with your own value systems, your own beliefs and stuff. Don't go around imposing your beliefs on other people. They won't impose it on you. You ask someone a question, they'll give you an answer. If you don't like it, you asked. That's what you should subscribe to, I think. Omnipotent being. Yeah, I mean, there are scientists who just go, okay, this science is here to explain the marvel of creation for me and explain it to me in ways I can understand, but I still believe in that kind of thing. This is why I'm such a doomsdayer, man. Like, people will never understand. Even there are some Muslims that go, why are you such doomsdayers? Like, just enjoy life and shit. But I'm like, man, like, don't you want to fucking see what happens? Like, when humanity is extinct. Does a new species arise? Do we colonize planets? You know, don't you want to fucking see that shit? In your lifetime. And you may never see it. But who knows, man? If you ask a question, you should be ready to hear something you don't want to hear. Exactly. So, if you ask a question, you know, then you're gonna get an answer. So whether you like it or not, you ask that question. So you open up Pandora's box. So if something rubs you the wrong way, like, you know, at least you got educated and you go, okay, I'm gonna decide, you know, based on this. Fear of death is quite natural, Mackenzie critiques. Not even just fear, I'm just fucking fascinated. Like, are we really worm food? Like this, the whole quote that only the dead know an end to war, right? Like, what happens next? That's what I'm more fascinated about. See, Buddhism believe reincarnation, right? I'm sure that fascinates some people. I'm sure Buddhism, like, fascinates agnostics a little more than the Abrahamic faith that have, you know, have spread this heaven and hell view and all that kind of thing. So everyone's kind of fascinated. Rick, I'm as scientific as they come, but I wouldn't deny the possibility. Yeah, flat out denial is the problem. Like, you just hold out hope in it. Like,
yeah.
Mushrooms, you think match the description. Okay. Cutesy pops. Nope.
Yeah.
Bright and breezy as it looks. Nope, not the right one. Let me see something for a sec. Yeah, 420. Fuck. I'm gonna just upload Space Brothers later when I finished. I mean, it doesn't fundamentally change anything. Like, it's either something happens or it doesn't. It's not like Zeus is throwing bolts down on people who commit sin, right? We're still all free to do what we want. So I don't think I wouldn't ever. I've entertained the idea that it's just a made-up concept, but and people say it's mass dementia almost. I don't believe that. I don't believe that many people of the population are that thick. Like, I like to believe like Middle America's thick, but to have that many people believe it, like, you feel as though there is some basis of what's the word, self-evident truth somewhere, the things that you just know to be true even though you don't really question it, you know what I mean? It's just people that think the idea that morality is there. Like, what is it that told the Neanderthal man that he can't force himself on a female or something? I don't know. Who told him that? Another Neanderthal who was slightly smarter, or did it cause disharmony? So they thought, you know, to stop fighting, let's stop these guys, you know, hitting on women without the consent. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. Self-evident truths, right? If you believe morality just exists within us. So I believe that this idea of trying to connect with your creator is something that might have been one of those self-evident things, but we just don't know, because we don't have the stimulus to kind of realize. Why are you denying the word of God? It's not our place to understand his intentions. I'm not religious, but I won't deny that Judaism is the most complex religion. The fact that science doesn't take anyone's feelings into account scares some people. Yeah, well, it's not supposed to take people's accounts into theory. It's theoretical, it's observable evidence, right? You're observing things as they are, as they should be. It's nothing to do with feelings. That feelings wouldn't come into it. Like, I don't feel like in oxygen when it does exist, when you can observe it. The fact that, yeah, so I don't think feelings necessarily play into it. And science and being religious aren't mutually exclusive. They're not. Religion support I'm sure Judaism supports science just as much as Islam does, just as much as Christianity does. Christianity gets the stigma about the earth being 6,000 years old. That's the one stigma it gets. But we don't believe the earth is 6,000 years old. I'm sure Jewish people don't believe the earth is 6,000 years old. That's because emotions are measurable in science anyway. Yeah, hormones and responses and all that shit, man. But it shouldn't rub you the wrong way, the idea. Like, it shouldn't, you don't have to believe it, but it shouldn't rub you the wrong way, make you feel angry, you know. Everyone reconciles in different ways, man. If anything, the people like Trump who claim to be these Christians, right? They're the biggest reasons to be like, oh, godlessness is rife. You know, people say godlessness is rife because of a lack of a belief in God. I would say that the actions of someone like Trump who professes to believe in it, right, just perpetuates that idea, right? Religious Jews do believe it's 6,000 years old. Do they? Damn, man. I thought so is Christianity that believe that. In 2018. Da-na.
Are you ready to order?
We can all agree that we'll find out in the end of it. When we expire, man, we'll know. You either die or there's nothing, or you die and there's something. Simple. And we can just say we'll see you on the other side. If not, then, you know, ta-ra. Shit, man. I once had a conversation with a rabbi. I tried to push forward the concept of carbon dating. He said that even with that, the Earth must have been 6,000.
Take your time. See ya.
Yeah, but I don't want to lay that at the door of Catholics and stuff, man. People rape. It's just something wrong with people. It's like pedophiles. Like, their religion doesn't encourage that kind of thing, right? Like, it's not like fucking Handmaid's Tale, fucking Sons of Jacob, and like, It's not like that shit. That's why I thought that was such a caricature. Then they finally go, okay, this is some sort of cultish offshoot of some random form of Christianity that I've never heard of. Like, it just exists. Like, it's the human condition. The earth is flat. Fuck, man. There was a tweet from the Flat Earth Society. They go, the Flat Earth Society has members all around the world. And then someone said, read that paragraph back but slowly. That was the biggest fucking... They got wrecked.
Come to do some shopping, eh?
No religious book says the earth's flat. Like, religious books say that the world is round, man. So where does this flat earth idea come from? It's held up by an elephant, or as Hindus believe, it's held on the horns of a bull. Apparently, it's held on the horns of a giant bull. Abrahamic faiths get a lot of scrutiny, but I think we need to scrutinize other religions. If we're gonna play this game, this little funny little game that we like to play, right? About people's beliefs, right? Let's scrutinize everything. Let's not just be selective, right? We all know Putin is the one holding the people that fuck your life up, whether you believe or not, is people like Trump and Putin. Like they're the ones that ruin your day. When you're eating breakfast, lunch, dinner, these are the guys that ruin your day, man, when you read about them. Let's go to Hydropolis. Nobody talks about Buddhist extremists, for example. Yeah, and Rohingya, man, with the shit they're doing there. That's when the devil tempted Jesus, saying that all four corners of the world can be seen. You wouldn't. The devil likes to lie. Like, we believe that of all the devil will, out of every 100 falsehoods he says, he'll tell the truth once. It's how people are today. The Alex Joneses of the world, man. They'll tell you 50 falsehoods, but that one truth he tells you resonates with someone, and then everyone's hooked. You know, that whole devilish archetype. You wouldn't scrutinize Islam though, isn't that forbidden for Muslims or something? You can. We have schools of thought. We got people scrutinizing every day. There's people Muslims who believe Jesus is coming back. There's Muslims who go, you're not a Muslim for believing Jesus come back. We scrutinize you. The thing is, your media doesn't tell you this shit, man. Like I've been exploring that sector more. There's 4 schools of thought that differ radically on fundamental beliefs. Like you know, you have Muslims saying you're not a Muslim if you don't believe that or this. We have 4 different ways of praying. We're always disagreeing. Fatwas are issued, and fatwas aren't this thing about you kill someone. People think fatwas are those. Fatwas are just rulings about the religion and, you know, beliefs and interpretations of beliefs in modern day and stuff. So people don't know shit about Islam, man. So this is why I don't even get into it, because I guarantee you that not one single person I speak to off the cuff online or something will ever know anything. Literally, they'll probably know more about Christianity, more about the people that have given them pamphlets and shit. Like, they won't know shit about it. We're constantly disagreeing on stuff. We scrutinize. There are lots of misconceptions about jihad. The inner jihad is actually the inner struggle to maintain your beliefs, like 5 prayers a day, you know, fasting, all that, despite outside stimulus and stuff. That's what jihad is. There's this idea of the holy war jihad. It hasn't existed for fucking God knows how long. Because back then they were like, you know, tumultuous times, right? We were always fighting. You know, the whole Mecca to Medina migration and, you know, that kind of shit. I mean, that's what that was in reference to. People never look at the historical context either. This idea that there's this line, go out and slay them where you find them, right? People love taking that out of context. But that's taken way out of context. That was legit during a time where they were fighting people, you know. Medinan pagans and all that stuff. It described not just like people that seem Christians and Jews and all this kind of thing. It described loads of people. But you don't expect that because no one wants to know, because it fits the narrative. Look, man, like, I know Muslims are to blame for everything. We know the outdated, archaic concepts. We don't need to know. It's just superfluous. Like, that's the problem. Nah, there's not one. Yeah, you follow a respective imam, right? Like, so there's an imam who narrates this, and a whole school comes out of that. Like, I hate to put it this way. It's a really cheesy way of saying it, but it's like schools of Harry Potter, that kind of thing. One guy who narrates or interprets this, everyone ends up following him and the way he prays and what he believes, and then someone follows this guy or that guy. So there's a lot of flexibility in Islam. A lot of people, some people accept Slytherin, nah, not Slytherin. A lot of people accept the narrations from the Torah and Bible more because they feel if they match up, then it must be more truthful than something else, right? And there's some people that flat out go, nah, we ain't listening to nothing that Jesus said, you know, even if he was a prophet and all that. So there's a lot of disagreements and scrutiny. It's encouraged almost as well, because it says in the Quran, you have to use your reason as well. What we've told you, we've told you, but for the other stuff, man, you have to use your reason. There we go. What a tune. I value my taste buds too much to be religious. Only thing we're forbidden is alcohol and pork. Everything else is, we even disagree on that. Some people believe you can't have seafood. I'm like, nah, man, what are you talking about? Quran says you're allowed the things in the sea. So it's up to you, man. Like, no one's gonna hold it against you. You ain't left the religion just because you don't believe this or that. Like, people got this weird fucking view of Islam, man. Judaism is quite unique in that regard, and despite having rabbis and scholars like any other religion, it's one that is observed through constant... It got cut off. Constant debate by students in scientific fashion. Debate's always good. Like there's always things that you can bring in, right? Like, you can bring science in to kind of understand something a bit better, you know. A lot of people believe these books are meant to be evergreen, right? Like, for all people, for all times. So you can constantly be debating on it and seeing if our times kind of call upon evidence to show that, look, this is what this means, that's what that means, you know. It's not this monolithic block, man. Like, and Christians is not that either. So, anime question for you: love live is halal, though. Nah, I'm not saying this, and nah, it's neither here nor there. It's just people that put labels on things. This is haram, this is halal. Apart from things that have been absolutely stated in the books and stuff. It's not a prison, man. Legit, man. Like, you guys need to blow this idea that being religious is prison. It ain't prison. Look how I live my life, man. I'm happy. I don't regret anything. I don't regret not drinking alcohol or not having pork, you know. I like my turkey bacon, my halal turkey bacon and shit. Do you see Persona 4 anime? I hate Persona 4. I like Persona 5. I think it's in good hands. But Persona 4, and I thought it was redundant. I think it's, like I said, you saw my reaction, right? I don't think there's any point in these things, especially if you're not going to be able to capture the little details. The Church of Scientology is a sham. We can all agree on that. No one knows about it. You have to keep paying money to find out the truth about it, and then someone revealed it. The guy who directed Crash, the movie Crash, right? He used to be a Scientologist, and he goes, you keep paying for these programs of Scientology until they give you the truth. And the truth is some weird science fiction story written by the guy who founded Scientology. Pastafarianism is the only way to go. Shit, man. It's a fucking money scheming organization, yeah. You can't, like, most religions go, look, don't sell revelation for a price, man. Like, it's stated in the Quran, don't sell this revelation. Just spread it, but don't, like, sell it. But Scientology goes, you know what, we're gonna sell you that on a package. You know? You want half of revelation, pay up, you know, $5,000 a year or some shit. You want the full package, $10,000 a year. I'm waiting for Zesif's top 70. I'll get some recommendations out of that. Let's see. 440, that's alright. They believe in the overgalactic overlord Zenu. That's it, Zenu. I have the heart to rip on Will in Twitter. He's alright, man. Like, you give him such a hard time. He believes what he truly believes it. Like that's the thing though. Like, there's nothing you can do in the face of true belief in something. As ridiculous as it sounds to you, true belief is just one of those things where crazy to some, but it's like the biggest truth in the world to some. Will's a good guy, man. Like, he's not got a spiteful bone. I know he supports Trump and missile strikes and all this kind of thing, but he truly believes it, man. Like, there's nothing you can do in the face of true belief. Legit, you can't. He watched regarding Mormonism. Leave Will. That man is lost to the great teacher on Azuka. He watched it. Yeah, I've seen great teachers. People don't even know my reactions, man. This is why unless I know that people who recommend me these animes will watch it, I'm not gonna react to a show no one's gonna watch. So the people who recommend me a show now, I'm gonna say what Mad Black Anime said. If you recommend me Boruto, I want to see your name in the comments and proving to me that you're watching those reactions. Because nobody watched Great Teacher on Azuka with me, man. I put tags in my recommendations, constantly reminding people, click that fucking icon at the bottom right to subscribe, turn that notification bell on, click that checkbox, which means you'll get all recommendations in your feed. I keep reminding people, man, no one listens. The whole thing, all the Great Teacher on Azuka. So before you tell me to start Golden Boy, you better get on board with that shit, man. Or you better be checking in 24/7 that I'm doing those reactions. Will is really insistent that Rand Paul be made president. There's worse presidents you can have than Rand Paul, I think. Yeah, 10 seconds to peruse, exactly. Look how many big YouTubers have been complaining that their videos aren't appearing in their subscribers' feeds. The algorithm changes to push small YouTubers or something. Yeah, Yukusha's dope. Chapter Black actually is really good. It's almost like a bigger version of what's it called? Chimera Ant Arc. Chimera Ant Arc was like, make friends with your food, man. Be careful about how you treat them cows and chickens and livestock. This one's like, fuck humanity. Humanity needs to suffer because that's this meaning. And then I was like, yeah, man, that's sick. That's sick, man. I don't believe like you know, people say that, oh man, like that's like devil shit, man. Like you don't believe in humanity. I'm not saying I don't believe in humanity, but I do feel that things need to have an end. You know, everything that has a beginning must have an end, right? So for humanity, there needs to be an end so that we meet our potential, that we strive to do something better, not think we're gonna be here forever and ever and ever, and just be like, yeah, I'm content, man. Russia hacked YouTube, calling it "Let's launch airstrikes against Moscow." Why vids need to show up in people's feeds? You're supposed to manually check channels you're interested in. Exactly. That's why I do. I never rely on the feeds. The recommended feed is trash, and subscription feed is even weirder. Yeah, exactly, man. But we need an end to things, you know, like the whole. if it's hopeless, it needs to end so something can begin again, or something. Like, you know, dinosaurs were roaming this earth, and what were they doing? Nothing. Meteor, whatever you want to say, man. Meteor came, wiped them out, and then we could flourish. You didn't have fucking T-Rexes chasing after fucking Neanderthal or some shit. There. Someone did us a solid. Can you imagine having T-Rexes fucking around? Yes.
Enjoy your stay.
Is that what he said? Is that what he said? Alex Jones is so fucking mad at Trump. Then maybe there's hope for him yet, man. I used to love that guy. Legit, I used to love Alex Jones. I think I lost friends because I liked Alex Jones. Legit, on my Facebook, I was constantly posting Alex Jones videos. I think I legit lost like 6-7 people because I actually truly fucking believed that, you know, he was good for people. He was. Camera and arc was convoluted and biased against humanity. Chapter Black messages that it's not black and white humans aren't always good. Yeah, I love this idea that there's a fucking videotape. Like, you could say it's like a videotape, right? Which has all of humans' atrocities that people aren't privy to. And that is a pretext for the demons to go and fucking wipe on. That's so fucking badass, man. Alex Jones changes worldview on a whim. I'll post video in chat. Okay. Every other day. I want to believe that fucking Alex Jones will fucking see the light, man. Like, he's not a bad guy. Legit, he's not a bad guy. What's his face? Joe Rogan doesn't think he's a bad guy. There are some, you know, Richard Linklater, who's the most liberal fucking Hollywood director I can think of, who created School of Rock and did Scanner Darkly. He's friends with him. They see something in him. He's not a bad guy. It's just, he just hates fucking Muslims, man. That's the problem, man. If he didn't hate Muslims so much, I'd be fucking friends with the guy, man. There's loads of Muslims that love Alex Jones for some reason. There's tons of them that love him. Even though he's like one of those pro-gun, ban Muslim ID guys, right? Muslims love Alex Jones. The videotape in Chapter Black is actually the Love Live Season 1 Blu-ray. The video's on Twitter group right now. Check it out. I'll check it out afterwards. Shit, man. Humanity's worst folly, man. Love Live. The tape is actually called The Black Chapters in the original. Makes more sense. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. Because this makes out it's like one chapter in human history. Chapter Black. The Black Chapter. But Black Chapters, more like, you know, not singular. That makes more sense. Never understood why they flip it. Yeah. Maybe they just want to make it sound more fancy. Chapter Black. Like they didn't want people to think it make it obvious, right? However, Alex Jones is known for trolling, so I wouldn't take it 100% seriously. Yeah, he mixes real truths amongst his like just trolling and ranting and raving. Oh wait, what's this? What the fuck? Alex Jones live now. Donald Trump is 2 inches from being dead to me. Of course. Fuck. Do you know what he thought? He thought he was best buddies with Trump. He thought Trump listened to his show and Trump would fucking do what he thought. Fucking he was wrong, man. He used Trump to get clout and you know, viewership. But now Trump's just going off the rails, man. Now it's like, yep. Like when younger Toguro asked to be sent to the deepest pits of hell, not limbo here. Alex Jones is literally crying. We made so many sacrifices and now he's crapping all over us. It makes me, I can imagine his voice right now. I can hear him. As he writes that, I can hear him in my head. It's like those tweets. I can hear this tweet right now.
Excuse me?
They're having their way with America. Become human again. I have a heart. It pumps blood. That guy's a legend, man. No matter how much I hate the guy now, that guy is a legend. That means he's got a fucking heart, man. That he's got a heart that pumps blood. I think liberals and conservatives can all rejoice and watch Alex Jones lose his mind. Shit, that guy's entertaining as fuck, man. One of the most entertaining people I've ever watched in my life. Like, that's one thing I can say about that guy. Really fucking entertaining, that guy is. You know, he's not a dumb guy, that's why. He's calculated. Only on PS4, man. That's why fucking I'm done with fucking Microsoft now. Credit to Microsoft where credit's due. That's it, man. If you haven't done anything worth praising, then what can you do? You know? This is why PS4 is where all the good exclusives are at now. Horizon, Nia, Yakuza, freaking God of War coming. You got Nino Kuni. He posted a tweet. Trump launches World War III with strikes in Syria. He's really going to take advantage of this. My man is really going to take advantage. Alex is. And Alex is only doing it because he wants the viewership. He loves to be an alarmist. He legit loves to be an alarmist. Alex Jones trying to cry, greater than Mark Zuckerberg trying to smile. Yeah. Shit, man. One guy I totally stopped listening to was David Icke. I used to listen to David Icke. He's the guy that started the whole reptilian thing, and then he discredited the alt movement, right? The alternative media with his ramblings and shit. Now even Alex Jones has kind of distanced himself from David Icke, right? And now Alex Jones is trying to get back some credibility.
Crikey! So...
Top 5 anime at the moment. Fuck, what was my list? LOTGH number 1. Number 2 was Monster. Was it Monster? I couldn't tell you, man. It's always changing. All I'll tell you is Ashita no Joe. No. FMAB, LOTGH, Monster, Ashita no Joe, Ping Pong. They're my top 5. I think, yeah, they're my top 5. Monster, after that Ashita no Joe. I really like Ping Pong. Alex Jones thinks that girls in his high school dated him to convert him to Satanism because they interdimensionally knew that Jones would one day start InfoWars. Does he really believe that? I've never heard him say that. He always brags about how handsome he was in high school. I'm not gonna lie, that guy was a beast, man, in high school. I've seen pictures of him that he was showing, right? Like, he was an athlete. He was like ripped. You know, he was good at football and shit. Evangelion to this day is my number 1 anime. He said it today. He said it today. Fuck. The guy makes shit up, man. I know he makes shit up, but I forgive him for that. Because he's good at telling stories. He'd be a fucking storyteller. You know, the age of storytelling around the fire is gone now. Now we have anime to fucking, you know, fill out our days, right? He'd be the ultimate storyteller, man. Legit. He's got so much fucking charisma. Even when he makes shit up, and you know he's making shit up, you don't want to stop him. You just want to keep hearing about how far this goes and how ludicrous the story gets. It's like when Joe Rogan was listening to him on his podcast, right, and interviewing him, and then Alex Jones goes off on that giant rant about breakaway civilization and how they're trying to do what's the word? What's the word? That merging machine and man. That concept. The what's the word? Fucking there's a word for it. I forgot what it was. Alex Jones is live streaming about Syria, explaining how Trump is being held hostage, has a mind control chip implanted in his head. Is that what he's saying? Are you making this up? Is this all trolling me, or is he legit saying this stuff? He's gone mad, man. Just stop giving Trump excuses, man. He makes his own decisions. I'll catch you all on the flip side. Alright, take care, V2099. Fucking, is this the kind of apologism, man, for Trump that we have to hear now? He can't believe it. He's losing his mind. Let me see what time this is. Alright, we good. I'll stream for about 20 more minutes. Lunch, fucking hell, lunch, man. It's fucking 5 a.m. in the morning here, man. You're probably ahead of time. Trump supporters are using the excuse, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes, I trust his decision. That's the dumbest thing you can say about anyone.
Good day to you.
Illuminati fucking pushed his hand, man. Taverna Calamari. Fucking hell, man. How many people can keep apologizing for Trump? The guy's a fucking train wreck. I don't even want to say stuff. I want to say something about Trump and something that should happen to him. I don't even want to say it. I don't even say it in case fucking YouTube think I'm going to incite that shit, man. Like, Alex Jones said, fuck Trump. What a time to be alive. You know what? Applaud that guy. Go click a like on his video. Applaud that guy for fucking manning up for once. And realizing, man, like, he threw behind this fucking snake.
Boosh! Get in!
You don't fucking throw... You don't throw gasoline into a situation like Syria and then light it. People that trust politicians are also believing in Santa Claus. Man, I swear to God, man. Oh man, you just want fucking magic again, man. Fucking fire-breathing dragon just come down on his ass and blow that toupee off his head. And him with it. And the excuse, Alex Jones does not speak for Trump's base, only President Trump speaks for his base. Oh shit. He's washing his hands, man. He washing his hands of it, man. Good. Fucking, at least he fucking course corrected, man. I hope fucking Alex Jones sees the light. He has like a come to Jesus moment or something for himself.
Here.
He's doing it for the money. Yeah, I mean, he does it for the money, and he what's Milo's working for him now. Milo Yiannopoulos, man. That fucking loser, man. I only agree with Milo on gender politics. Apart from that, I don't agree with him. He shits on homosexuals. He's a Christian homosexual that shits on homosexuals, right? I'm not saying I agree with homosexuality, but he's a Christian homosexual who shits on homosexuals, shits on ethnic minorities, shits on people who aren't Christian. You know, like, he's just such a... He wants to be a provocateur. That's what he wants to be. He even says, I only bait people. I just like baiting people and trolling people. You know. Italy's Prime Minister Paolo Gentiloni refuses to help the US military in Syria. I praise him to the heavens. Exactly, man. It can't be like fucking when America snaps its fingers and everyone stands to attention. It can't be like that, man. Have some fucking integrity, man. What's the worst that can happen if you say no to the US? They're not gonna put sanctions against Italy or whatever it is, you know? Three octopuses. Oh boy. Somebody needs to do something about Trump, man. He needs to get sectioned. He's lost his mind.
Excuse me?
Fucking depressing, man. World politics has become so fucking depressing now, man. Just when you think there's a chance, man. That's the problem with liberals, right? Like, they like to name call and throw mud and this, that. Nothing sticks, man. Nothing ever sticks. So it's just stuck with this guy who continues to act, you know, with impunity and shit. I'm falling out of my chair laughing at this outcry by Jones. I need that video. I'm gonna watch that video back once it's archived. Might be you giving me an excuse to go back to Alex Jones, man. That's the most... Do you know what? He just wants to be popular. Everyone's gonna be disagreeing with Trump right now, so he's just he's being on the right side of this. He just wants to be on the right side of this argument. He'll go back to it when Trump gives us some speech or excuse or whatever it is. I watch him sometimes to get a good laugh here. I like the remixes people do. Edit his videos and do remixes to music and shit.
Huh?
You just have to hope, man, that things don't get so bad that every single one of us in this chat right now, including me, we're living in fear in our own homes. Because there are people in the world who fucking live in fear in their own homes, and we haven't had a taste of that. We've never once had a taste of being in fear in our own homes, you know. And people think that time will never come, but you got people like Trump just making things worse for us, you know. Okay, Monster 3, Ashitana Joe 4, Ping Pong 5, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, 6. You got 6. You got FMAB. Oh, you saw it. You saw my top. Yeah. Moyne's list on Twitter. Okay. Syria is the good guy. Russians are the good guys. The White Knights. Mattis. That cocksucker. Fuck Trump and fuck these fucking people.
What?
Says it was an accident. I believe him. Not that it's any business of mine. I can't. Anyone who defends Trump, man, like legit, I just can't understand who would defend Trump. The only person that does is William, the guy that we were talking about before, right? How can you defend a man like this? Look how disgraceful it looks that Alex Jones can't even defend Trump. So anyone, if you know, Alex Jones is turning on Trump, so everyone should follow suit, man. I bear him no ill will. I know bear will no ill will. Nice guy. I don't want to say nothing bad about him. He's not here, man. And I speak to him like he's at heart. I think he's a good guy. It's just he lives in America, man. They fill his head with nonsense and stuff. Sums it up nicely. Shit, man. You're just, I think, Rick, with you and Will, in terms of politics, you guys are on opposite sides of the spectrum, which is where the political kind of differences happen. But Will's got his ID. He's an idealist as well. He believes he has the solutions. Like he himself has the solutions that no one else has. I think that it might be a bit, you know, crazy, but. Oh, nice. Go down the side there. I'm so fucking cynical at this point. I've lost faith in the rule of man, Like, I'll give you my opinion. Like, we've already had the religion discussion, but let me now talk about what I feel. Right, like I believe it can work. All the ideal leaders for us are in our books, are in our comic books, are in our fucking literature, are in our fucking fiction. All the ideal leaders. I don't believe in the rule of man anymore, man. There's no man on earth that will, you know. We've had so many chances that have a decent, you know, president that could make change. Obama was this big placebo that didn't really accomplish anything, man. Like fucking drone warfare, you know, hard on for drone warfare under him. Guantanamo fucking still around. For me, man, it's just reached that point now where I've just lost faith in the rule of man. I couldn't propose anything better, but you know, I'm sure people deserve the chance. But we had chance, man. Bernie, Corbyn, fucking, you know, we could have. You have to be willing to accept and ponder other opinions, otherwise there's no point in having discussions with him. I just want to hear his thoughts. He'll never agree with me, I'll never agree with him, but I'm interested, I'm fascinated with his point of view and where it comes from. Yeah. It's just weird to hear someone who you've never heard before. You've never heard that view before. I've never heard of someone that had such a comprehensive economic system, right? That he just devised himself. I was like, wow, man, this is pretty That's pretty proactive, man. Where is this? There it is.
Thank you.
Look a little troubled. What's the time? Alright. Closer to a fisherman named Glaucus. He didn't devise it himself. It's based on another guy's doctorate thesis anyway. Is it? I didn't know that, man. You read it. You read it comprehensively, man. Shit, man. I only read the early days of when he pasted that giant essay. Tactine, man. I defended you. I did everything for you. I advocated for you, and you go behind us and betray us and start World War III. What the hell? That's Jones, yeah? Fucking love that guy, man. Fucking at least he openly, he's on the right side of this. Search incentivism by Win Wenger. Oh, Win Wenger. I heard him mention Win Wenger, but I didn't think he actually took it from him. Everyone thinks they got the answer, man. I ain't got the answer, Will ain't got the answer, you ain't got the answer. That's not what I believe, man. There's not an upright, righteous man on this earth, man. Like that, I would be happy to lead humanity into a golden age. Not in my religion, not in any religion. There's people I respect because their words are like universal, right? Like they'll relate to people, but that's about it. But I got the answer, Alex Jones. His worldview stems from his upbringing. He stated he was sheltered, isolated. Compound that with general American naivete, you will get Will, but I got the answer, Alex Jones. Alex Jones always got the answer to everything, man. He's like Nostradamus. Fucking 100 predictions and maybe like 6 of them come right and stuff. So then people like think he's some sort of, you know. Oh, let's fucking cast off.
Alright.
The world has regressed. If people were to go back to the Socratic method, we would have world peace. I remember Steven Spielberg was talking about his nostalgia for the 1980s, and he was actually saying that 1980s was a relatively untroubled time in history. Like if you compare it to the 70s full of corruption and you know that era, and compare the 90s and the 80s, like he thinks the 80s were the least troubled times in the last fucking 100 years. No one person can unite the world in a meager lifetime, as it would require you to understand everyone's view on a way of life, which you can't. We're so different. Just be humble in the view of your own knowledge and make yourself adaptable. It's healthy for yourself and your relations with others. Alexander the Great, man, came close, man. But no one man can do it. That's the truth. You can't unite the whole world, man. And it's acknowledged, man. Like, whether you're a historian or you're atheist or you're religious, not one man in religious history or actual history has ever been close to uniting the whole world. Like, that's just... And who would want to do that? Who has the authority to govern that, right? To unite the whole world. There's no man alive in history that would. I do think though that leadership quality has dropped significantly. I think the quality, even though no one was perfect, the quality of leaders has dropped. Like, there's just no fucking men anymore, man. Men, women. I mean, we're men mostly, but you know what I mean. Not in the minds of the world population, yeah. How the fuck do I... True leaders are born during fucking, you know, actual wartime, like legit wartime. Like Churchill wasn't no saint, but fucking he was a guy who had leadership qualities. Like, he could inspire people. Like, wartime is the time where you can inspire people, man. But we don't want those times. We don't want wartime. So those qualities have kind of dropped in our leaders now. I respect Trudeau. Oh yeah, Justin Trudeau. Yeah, he's a good guy, man. He's definitely a guy that, like, you knew he grew up in the same fucking world we grew up in. You know, taking in that's what Handmaid's Tale's about. Canada's a haven. Canada's literally a haven for refugees from the theocracy that's going on in there. And they accept all colors, faiths, you know. The economy is decent enough that they can provide for refugees that come in and all that good shit. Trump doesn't get that his base hates interventionism. Appetite for war is gone, man. Like, fucking what didn't we learn from that? When you're told you are lied to and now you're just dropping bombs, man. This is what we expect. Isn't this what we wanted from Trump? Isn't this exactly what we wanted Trump to do so we could point the finger? And he did it. But we didn't realize, innit? People didn't realize they shouldn't have voted him in the fucking first place. Nope, you ain't getting me, motherfucker. Don't stop me now, I'm having such a good time. Super bullshit. I believe in less in technology to fucking govern us, man. AI system or... Then again, YouTube kind of convinces me that might be possible. I'm convinced there's not a human that works at YouTube. Like, it took a fucking shooting to convince us that humans actually physically worked at YouTube. Jones says the deep state manipulated Trump into doing... What do you mean? Oh, fucking hell, man. He's hating on him and at the same time throwing him excuses. What is this?
Oh.
I can't even find the fucking shit. Deep state manipulated Trump. Bullshit, man. Trump's not someone to be trifled with by that shit. He was there to fucking put an end to that kind of shit. He was supposed to what? Shake everyone up. Let's go back to fucking Evermore. I have to tone myself down when talking about Trump, man. I thought you jumped on conspiracies more. Nah, man. I don't want to give him that excuse. I don't want to give Trump that excuse. Trump was supposed to, according to Alex Jones, put an end to all that shit. Nah. I don't. He's got agency. Trump's got enough agency. Look what he's doing now. That's a madman doing what he's doing. Even the deep, what's the word? Deep state isn't that thick. Even the deep state isn't that. These conspiracies are meant to be creeping and crawling. Tiny iterations on the plan, right? They wouldn't be this dumb. This is definitely a Trump move. This is definitely an impulsive, fucking swing your big dick around Trump move. Like, this is everything we thought it would be. And I hope it gets him fucked over. I hope it gets him just removed from office. I'd rather believe that there's an agenda with fluoride in the water, like a full-on agenda with fluoride in the water, before I ever believed that this was manipulation, Trump getting manipulated. Trump was always tweeting about this kind of shit, like, you know, he don't care. He's got his finger. I've got an even shinier button to North Korea. Do you remember North Korea? He's like, you may have a button, but we've got an even shinier red button. Like, what the fuck? He was just itching to press the buttons, man. The deep state lost its power decades ago. The CIA is a bureaucratic institution. Shit. Alphabet agencies, man. They think they're so fucking dope, innit, America, dude. They're in pop culture. Like, America is so ingrained in pop culture. Like, even CIA, FBI is like, we're on it. We've got this covered. That kind of fucking mentality that US has. They ain't got shit covered. They got shit covered.
Welcome to Swift Solutions.
NORAD stands down when fucking airplanes are flying into the busiest place on one of the busiest places in America. They're really incompetent when they need to be. You know, they're really incompetent at the worst possible moments, America is. And then ultra sharp when no one even knows there was a risk. Telling us they stopped things before we even knew it. Alright, man. Keen for beans. We'll never get the truth from anyone, man. Anyone. Trump wants to privatize air traffic control. Rick has enlightened me about Trump in a matter of days about how bad he is. I thought he was bad, but I never realized he was this bad. He's always keeping me up to date with the Trump news, and every time I hear, I go, why the fuck is this guy still around? Why is impeachment such a dirty word now? Impeach the motherfucker, man. Seriously. Like the song says, impeach the president. What the hell? I've been covering US politics for a while now. It's crazy, man. It overwhelms me and it depresses me now. And I get easily depressed nowadays. So I just want to fucking just chill. Like, ignorance is bliss. I truly believe that. I know it's a shitty thing to say, man. But I don't want to hurt no one. You know. I would just be a little bit compassionate. Ignorance is bliss. Do what you gotta do, man. Trump broke Alex Jones's heart. Trump broke Alex Jones's heart. I will never forgive him for that. Shit, man. Fuck. Man, I used to be activist back in my day, man. Back in 2010, like I was bare on activism, like marches, protests, like pamphleteering, all that shit, man. Like those days are behind me, man. I got so depressed, kind of jaded with politics. So Twitter became this place where I could like just keep up with stuff, and as long as it was happening in the US, I didn't have to worry about it. Now I got to worry about UK politics and Theresa May fucking dick riding Trump and all that. I'm like a chimpanzee in a tree, jumping up and down, warning other chimpanzees when I see a big cat come through the woods. That sounds like something Alex Jones would say. Alex Jones speculated the military-industrial complex threatened to nuke America, I'm sure. I haven't listened to this guy in so long, man. This is the guy. Do you know what? It's like a fucking enlightenment moment. When I'm watching him, he's hypnotic. Like you believe it, you believe what it's saying, right? But when you write it down like that, man, that just makes you see, man. Fucking hell, man. Like when you write it down like that, without his mystique and his magic, doing his magic, right? Then you kind of realize, what the hell are they talking about, man? The level of mental gymnastics. You know what? I have to call it a day right now, man. It's a good stream though. I'll be streaming this again after I upload Space Brothers. We gotta eat. Man, but that was dope, man. Fuck, man. I need to watch this. I just need to go watch this. Link me that video as well. And once it's archived, I'm gonna watch it back. I wanna see him lose his shit. This must be InfoWars, I'm guessing, streaming and shit. Have fun with the video, yeah, man. I'll be watching that. Alright, guys, man. All 9 of you. There's only 2 people me talking, 7 lurkers, man. But yeah, thank you guys for joining, man. Alex Jones' political calculations are on another plane of thought than us mortals. That's what he says, man. That's what he says, man. This might get me back into Jones, man. You don't know what you done, man. You don't know what you done. I take care, Sergeant, Cunning, Rick, and all you lurkers. I'll go upload that Space Brothers. So look forward to that. Have a good day. Take care, Sergeant. Peace out, guys.